Oh, that's smart. They actually put like a grip tab on these, so you can just lift this out.
And, all right, let's take a look at the Jris.
Disclaimer, I already slightly opened this. Jris has a few little notes that I wrote down because I thought they were interesting. $165 to $225. So that's where this is going to range, I think. And the reason why I say I think is because they had a big pricing sheet, and I have a weird feeling that I'm hoping it doesn't shift towards when the Group I actually launches. But I think it's going to be anywhere from $165 for the all aluminum ones to $225 for some variations of like E-white and then the titanium weight. It does have an 18 millimeter front height and a 7.5 millimeter typing angle. I'm unsure of the weight of this board. For me, it doesn't really matter too much. So this board has me interested, but it also has me puzzled. And we're going to go through that today because I think there's a lot to love on this board. And including the price point, I think there's a lot to love. However, I think some of the design decisions maybe don't bode too well with me. First of all, we have lots of options. Good on them. We have a solderable PCB with no flex cuts. We also have flex cuts with hot swap. I'm not going to use this guy today. We have lots of foam options for foam lovers. We have two different plates, being a palm plate and aluminum. But we can also go plateless. And I'm sort of leaning to plateless. I do agree with Ryguy, what Ryguy just said, and that's one of the things that has me puzzled. They have so many good things, but they left this guy over here. However, because this is not going to be an adhesive gasket situation, we can just not put the gaskets there. So, it's not a bad little trade-off. It isn't, but I'm leaning towards plateless. I don't know if anyone else has done plateless yet. I didn't have a chance to check out other content creators for this. All right, now, I opted, they asked me what color I want, and I think they wanted me to pick like the biggest, baddest color. But I opted for basically the aluminum, I believe, edition. With the silver weight, or I guess, sorry, not aluminum edition, the silver edition with the silver weight here. Now, this is kind of where the keyboard starts to lose me a little bit, is in some of its, and again, I think this is going to be a preference part of the stream, so if I go against, where did I put my little, if I go against your preference here, please be aware that this is my preference for this part. Yes, it is a ball catch system for the disassembly of this board, which is amazing. Love that. There's also apparently 2 batteries. I don't know if my version has 2 batteries in it. I'm not too sure. They did send me this board. This is a sponsored stream, but that does no way affect the review at all, just so you guys understand. But this is going to be a catch ball system, which is a good way I can lift this up. I haven't actually opened it yet, so... Is there like a trick to this? Let's see. Oh, the frame's really thin on the bottom. I'm also known to ball catch. Hey, that's pretty good. So it does utilize the ball catch system. I mean, I like this. I like this system in a keyboard. I really do. I do think they could have made the way that you lift it up just a little bit thicker, but it's essentially going to be screwless on the outside. So technically, there shouldn't be much you need to actually do on this board in terms of assembly. I believe the USB-C will already come pre-installed. You may, actually, I don't know if there's weights in here, so I'm kind of curious to take this apart. Or not weights, batteries. Now, I don't love this top design over here, but it does have some RGB. I don't mind it in silver, but I was looking at some of the other colors they had, and I did not like it. And then the other thing I really didn't like, and I don't have this version, so again, my version's kind of safe from this. Okay, we're gonna peel this off. They have their titanium weights with all those patterns on it. I think those patterns are very tacky on the weight. And they're the most expensive editions, I believe. I don't think you can get more expensive than those multicolored titanium ones. I'm not a big fan of what they did with those. gonna be 100% honest with you. I think they kind of look ugly, but I don't mind this at all. I think this back weight is not too bad looking. The PVDing is pretty good. There's no rippling, nothing like that. Just some fingerprints now that I've touched it. Canada vendors, Ash Keebs. I can't remember who the US vendor. I think Keebs for all. But I do want to open this guy here up. But if you guys haven't seen their website listing for this, I think Chozo put the Geek Hack in here. Yeah, he did. They have some interesting colors. Again, I just really don't like their crazy titanium editions. I think they kind of missed the mark with those. They're kind of ugly. Actually, there is some weird designs with this. I just like the plain. I mean, this is preference based. I just like the plain stuff. The stuff that gets a little too wild and out there ain't my thing. The price point is going to start at $165. I don't know if there's anything cheaper. According to their pricing chart, oh, my camera does not like this. According to their pricing chart, there is nothing else cheaper for this. So that's all I know of. In terms of aesthetics, we'll put this back together here and we'll go through all the aesthetic pieces. But I just want to see if there's batteries first. So I didn't see any batteries in the rest of the, I guess the build there. Drop my screwdriver. Now, how do I take this off? Should I just like, oh. I thought this was much larger than it. Oh, I guess there's just some silicone here in place of the batteries. Is this silicone? Silicone pucks in place of the batteries. All right, let's put this back, and I do want to go over some of the aesthetics with you guys. All right, so in terms of aesthetics, basic box on wedge. Can't really be too mad at when a keyboard leans for this style. It's tried and true. I mean, it looks clean. It does its job. It does have an 18 millimeter front height, as I mentioned, with a 7.5 degree typing angle. The back is pretty basic. Again, for this price point, 165 starting, not bad. The weight's where it kind of gets interesting. They have like that pyramid weight over here that they're calling it, plus this outside weight. So the back's visually interesting. Now, again, I don't love the top of the board here. This looks a little bit much for me. I don't know what it is about this. It just seems like this is too big for this area. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Could be just me. But the board is very pretty. I would have preferred a little bit thinner side bezels, but again, that's just my preference. Internal extra brass weight here. I don't know if that's extra. I didn't really read about that. I didn't see anything about that per se, but yeah, I didn't see anything about a brass internal weight being extra. Let me see. Let's go look at the SKUs and pricing they have listed. Let's double check. There's also a optional rotary encoder, which you can install over here, but I think that's just getting like too much stuff. And it's like silver, or you can get it in like PVD, or tons of different stuff for that too. I don't know if it's extra or not. Structure, brass internal weight enhances the bottom. So let me see, does it come with it? Let's see what's in the box. Just want to double check if that's in there. Yeah, it comes in the package. So you do get the brass internal weight with the base package, which is interesting. Says that under the package includes. So it looks like you're just really paying for colors and finishes. So not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Now, my only other thing, which it wasn't listed, at least I didn't see, was I don't know how thick this PCB is. And I really hope it's not 1.2. I didn't see any shims with this, or maybe it's in that other package. I think it actually might be 1.2. Let's see. There's our PCB. Oh man, I really hope it's not. I'm running out of screw-in. I think I have maybe one package of screw-in stabs left for this. Came with this too, which is like a whole bunch of extra stuff. Or not extra stuff, I guess the other parts. I don't know why they just didn't put this in the rest of the box. It just feels like a waste over here. Okay, so that's that. There is... Oh, this is... So they have magnetic pyramids, or triangles you can put on the back as well. So that's another style. There's a keycap in there, but I think these are just extras if you pre-order it or something. Screwdriver, yeah, nothing we need. They didn't include the knob in ours, which is fine because I don't think I would have used it. All right, let's just double check this works with 1.6 stabs. This is indeed a 1.6 or 1.2 because there's a small gap. I don't know if you guys can really even tell. Here, I'll do it for this one. So see that gap right there? Right there? 1.2. Okay, so I either need to get screw-in stuff, which is probably the best route to go here, and not use clip-ins. This is where clip-ins sort of fall short, but honestly, it's more so the PCB in this case. So let's get our big box of stabilizers. What plates they sent? Palm and... Oh, we are using a plate. So wait, what do you guys want to use then? Palm or alu? Palm? Everyone's saying palm? Palm is a hot material at the moment. God damn. Everyone's saying palm. All right. Palm it is. Palm it is. I would do plateless, but it's 1.2, and I just feel like it's going to sound rather thin with the plateless option here. I know this is the ball catch system, but because they made the frame so thin on the back, it is a little bit tough to kind of grab. Okay, so a little quick thing before we go too far into talking about the other stuff. So they are offering what they call like variable gaskets, or whatever the term they used was. So essentially it would be like the middle one. You can do all three, you can do just the edges. I'm going to try doing just the middles. I forget what they're labeling each one as. It's not a brand new type of thing. People have done this before with boards. I always appreciate stuff like this because you can kind of pick where you want the little gasket tabs. So I'm here for it. I think I'm just going to do one on each and see how this feels. Like the most... And leave this one here out completely. Mounting point right on the spacebar feels good. Yeah, I really don't get why they put this here. Actually, you know what? Just for the sake of this not being too crazy, I'll put one right here, which is just off of the spacebar. And then these are PCB O-ring foot pads. I'm actually not too sure what to do with this. Let's see. PCB stabilizer O-ring foot pads and anti-shock silicone pads. Is the idea to put these on the weight? No, they don't have it there. I don't know. We're just not going to use it. I feel like there's a lot of shifting around with these dumbbell gaskets, but let's see. Let us see if this is going to be nice. It is just using a... Yeah, like, look how much shifting around here. Hold on one sec. Okay, now it's better. I just had to close it nicer. It wasn't actually closed all the way. All right, well, that's interesting. Okay, let's put these things away because I actually don't really understand what these are for. It's similar to the Cycle 7, but instead of the beans and the... Yeah, this would be... So you can actually be like... I think... Let me start over. This keyboard has a lot of strong points, right? So it's kind of having the same idea as that Cycle 7 with, you know, the gaskets, the system it had there, the catchball system. I like the fact that there's just tons of ways to build this. I like what they did with the potentially using plate mount, or PCB mount if you really want to. I like that. I think the only thing so far about this board that I'm not like a super fan about is the aesthetic of the top. The price point's good with this. It's like what? That price point's what? 165 I said, and can go up to 225 if you want the titanium weight. But the titanium weight's kind of low-key ugly. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think all those little like weights or pictures they put on it, like the pattern was not too pretty looking. Yeah, so let's go over the prices one more time. Let's go to their little price thingy mabobber here. So it starts at $165 for a solder PCB in aluminum weight. All right. And it says in the package contents that you get the internal brass. It goes then to $175. Let's pause the music. $175 if you want a hot swap PCB. So it's an extra $10 for hot swap. Then if you want a per key RGB PCB, it's an extra $5. Then if you want a tri-mode hot swap PCB, it's another $5. So $185 at that point. Then if you want a PVD'd weight, like I have right here, so this is going to be the PVD'd one. I'm pretty positive this is what they're calling PVD'd weight. This is going to be $190. So this is the version with a PVD titanium alloy weight. Then they're going to have a hot swap version of that for $10 more, and then a per key one for $5 more there. So that caps out at $210. The only one that gets more expensive is when you start getting into the E-white or any of the E-coat colors. Those are going to be, the highest version of those is $225. But if I look at this correctly, PVD silver weight. So is that silver weight considered? No, hold on. I think maybe they have this a little bit awkward too for their pricing. I'm a little confused by what they mean by PVD weight with titanium alloy weight, because they only have 2 titanium alloyed weights, but they also have PVD other weights. So I'm not too sure how the price will work for that. I think maybe they mean slash. Oh, there is a slash there. I'm just stupid and didn't see that. So yeah, so this version's $190. So they're calling the one in the middle the medium gaskets, the ones that we used. Okay, let's see how this is gonna perform, I guess. Actually, I just want to make sure it turns on. Oh, it does. See, I don't know. How do you guys feel about the RGB on the top? Do you guys think that's like too aggressive, too much like in your face? You can turn it off, but I just think this whole accent piece is just a lot. Maybe it'll look better with the keycaps. You know what? Maybe we're judging a book too quickly. This is a pretty set. What do you guys think of this? I'm gonna do a little type test with this. Guys, this is too bouncy for me. I know they said this was medium, but I feel like this is probably I don't know, I feel like they have it wrong. All right, let's see what this sounds like. We're using cherry blossom switches, the palm plate, and then we're doing the singular, which is supposed to be the medium one for the, what do they call them? Dumbbell gaskets. Let's see what this sounds like. Yeah, I don't even want to know what soft is. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell what these keycaps are. This is... It's not bad. Yeah, for like the price point of $165, I don't know if the weight will make that all big of a difference, but because it has a brass internal weight anyways. It's not bad. Not a fan of the way this feels right now. So I am gonna swap out the way the internal works here. I'm not a huge fan of this right now in terms of the way it feels. Let me get back. Your spacebars always sound 10 times better than mine. Man, I have a feeling all your guys' spacebars sound absolutely great. You guys are joking my ass or something. I bet your guys' spacebars sound better than mine. There's no way mine sound that good. No way. Go soft just for funsies on the last build. I feel like the middle one is the softest. Because they say soft is just these two and leaving the middle out. Which I'm finding a hard time believing. Oops. I already have a feeling this is going to sound better. All right, so, oh, this is much firmer now. I already like this a lot more. Okay, I also think this sounds a lot better too. It's very subtle, but oh, hold on. I need to lube the stab a little bit. This is really nice for the price point. Backspace is okay. Everything else is good though. Okay, I'm liking this. I don't like this again. I really don't like this top piece over here. But yeah, I'm liking this. The Jris series has always been a series that I've been very hit and miss on liking it. Yeah, I agree with you. I think backspace is always tough to get right, especially on TKLs. But yeah, backspace is a toughie, but I do think this does sound pretty good. And the Jris series has always been a series that I've never been completely in love with. They've been kind of hit and miss. It sounds so much better once you actually lube the stabilizer. Other than that, alphas are pretty good. Arrows are good. So these are cherry blossom switches. I'm liking this board. I think the price point's right. I think the aesthetics are not 100% my thing, but I'm still very much liking this board. Oh, that's smart. They actually put like a grip tab on these so you can just lift this out. But again, I do think the board's pretty. I like that they have some magnetic accents on the back. That's cool. So you can swap those out quickly. There's a lot of good elements to this board. So the quick release catch ball system is also very nice. Board sounds good. Hell, I even think if you were to stick a piece of foam in this would sound pretty decent as well. Let's just see what it sounds like first with this, and then we'll go to the soft setting. Thoughts? Actually, not bad. It sounds flat though. Am I wrong on it sounding kind of flat with the foam inside of it? All right, well, that's interesting. And then the last one we'll do is we'll take out this foam. Goodbye. And we'll just try the soft setting, which is taking out these middle dumbbells, they said. See if that changes anything. I don't know if this will be a trampoline. This doesn't feel... Dude, there's no way this is... I think the medium setting that they have on their website, like the setting, but like, you know, like... It's a little softer than the last one we tried with all the dumbbell gaskets inside of it. There's no way. Sounds pretty good, man, actually. I like this. No, the first way we did, which was their medium with the single dumbbell in the center of their gasket system, that was way flexier. This is not flexy. Like, this is nowhere remotely to how that first one felt. The circle thing is for the force brake underneath the top case. There's a little section for that. Let's see. These things? Oh, I wish they made that more clear. Because they did not put that on the... here, let's see. They did not put that on the little instruction thingy. Here, I'll go grab them. We'll put them on top. I see where they're supposed to go, though. I guess they go right here? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Maybe this will make a gigantic difference in terms of sound profile. Let's see. All right. Now we put those little anti-shot. What do they call them? Sounds the same to me. I don't even think they need those things. Sounds exactly the same. It's still nice though. I like it. Maybe that's what it is, Kill. All right, so at 165, I'm not going to complain about this. I think you get a lot in the box for 165. The few pieces of criticism that I probably have are all aesthetic. I just think the design is all over the place. They have like a triangle theme here on the back, but then it moves into like some lines here on the front over here. It's not like super duper cohesive in terms of design. So maybe that's where it really falls short. I think that's its weakest point. But for 165, and then you can, if you really want the extra fancy add-ons, this goes up to 225. I really don't think this is all that bad of a deal. I think this is pretty legit, man. Price point is definitely right on this. Aesthetics, but price point, you love the design of this? Hey, everyone's a little different. Everyone can have a different opinion with design too. That's the beauty about it. If you love it, then you love it. I just think it's not super, super cohesive. It just, there's a lot of everything, not enough of one thing, you know? But other than that, still very nice board. Is this GMK hoodie? It is. Do you like it? It's nice. It is very pretty. Yeah, it's also a basic side view, but you know what? For 165, I'm not going to complain about it because where they kind of lack in some of the visual cue departments, I feel like they really made up for it for the amount of stuff you can do to the inside of this keyboard, and I'm fine with that. I would have liked to see some cohesiveness or just some very, very unique design element of this that really set this board apart. But if you were in the market for a TKL, this might make sense for you. You can make this board super soft or firm, which I think makes a lot of sense for people maybe who are trying new things out. 18 mil front height, not bad. Maybe the 7.5 degree type angle is not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm not a big fan of the frog, but I do like the frog aesthetics. I just don't like the way the frog sounds, if that makes sense. So I'm not a fan of TKL because the space between the arrows and media keys never look good. Oh, you mean like this cross over here? Like the separator? It's all preference, Minty. Yeah, that's pretty much the stream though, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Do you like the ball and catch mechanism? I like it. I like it a lot. Do you guys see how fast I was able to swap things out? You don't have to like sit there, turn the board over, screw things. This mechanism is so good. So nice. It doesn't go anywhere either, which is nice too. So bye everybody. See ya.